Make sure we get. Here we go. Now, with recordings in progress, good morning, good morning, good morning. Hoya Locker Room, episode 98. An incredibly special episode. Probably going to be my favorite episode. I say this every weekend or every week, every Sunday. We have Joey Brown and Christian Brown in the building. Joey was at Georgetown 1990 through 94. Christian is class of 27. We're excited to have this show. We talk about legacy and family all the time. And I don't think this show clearly illustrates that. Yeah, I've been stalking Christian for a while now, and I'm really excited to have him in front of me so I can go one-on-one with him.
This is
we
true.
got Markham Stansbury in the
building,
my illustrious co-host. And please, Markham, say a few words because you and Joey Brown were teammates.
Yes, we were. But before I go down that path, let me ask a question of you. Do we have an IG?
Yes, sir.
What is it?
Hoya Locker Room, Hoya.lockerroom.com. Yeah, Hoya.lockerroom, yeah.
Are you sure that's what it is?
I think everybody knows. I think everybody knows our IG. I'm excited.
Hey, I'm excited too.
I'm excited, Mark.
We got business we need to handle. Do we have a Facebook?
Yes, sir. Hoya Locker Room is our Facebook.
Do we have an X?
We have a Twitter. Yes, we do. Or X.
X, yeah.
It's at Room Hoya, but you type in the Hoya Locker Room, it pops right up.
All right, cool. I want to paraphrase the girl from Poltergeist. We're back.
I don't think Christian knows about Poltergeist.
Yeah, he don't have to know. He look it up. Google is your friend, Christian. Google is your friend. Very happy to have you on. Excited about it. Like Gene says, he says that this is his favorite show every week. I don't say that, but I will tell you I'm super excited about this episode because we're having you on. Your dad, the good dude. We're gonna get into your dad as the show goes on, because some things you need to know that you don't know.
Oh my God.
Just letting you know. One other thing before I forget. We had, since we've been on the last time, we had and Gene would usually do something like this, but he's slipping. He's been away. We've had a few Hoya birthdays.
Yes, we have.
Ed Spriggs, Ashanti Cook,
Okay.
Ed Cooley. Did I forget anybody?
I think I just Aaron Bowen.
Aaron Bowen.
And then of course myself. That's a nice little starting five. I had let's see. We can go Ashanti at the one. We can go Ashanti at the one, Aaron Bowen at the 2, Ed Cooley at the 3, Ed Spriggs at the 5, and I'm over there Tim Duncan style at the 4, letting Spriggs touch people up for me.
Okay, so you want me to take your real position in doing the Gatorade? I got the Gatorade.
No. Yeah, you got the Gatorade. You got the Gatorade.
Yes, indeed.
So let's get right into it. We always ask guys when they come on the show how you ended up at Georgetown. So how did you end up at Georgetown, Joey?
Well, shoot, like most kids from Southern Louisiana, I'm from South Louisiana. We were huge Georgetown fans, and my first live basketball game was the Georgetown LSU game in the Superdome.
Oh,
my
wow.
entire that was my first college game.
Wow, that was, man, there's stories about that game. As your boy said, leaving.
Right. So I mean, I've been, everyone, in the 80s and the 90s, Georgetown's brand in the Black community was huge. So it really was a no-brainer when it came to me. It came down to Tulane, which is about 90 miles from my home, and Georgetown. And when Coach, all Coach did was make a phone call, and my parents said you were going. It was really that simple. Wasn't no ifs, ands, or buts about it.
So you talk about Tulane being 90 miles away. I remember, I think Freshman year, somebody got a little homesick.
Oh yeah. Shit, I was leaving stands. I was gone. If it wasn't for rest in peace, Charles Harrison, Lamont Morgan, and Church. Oh, I was gone. You know, because I'm an only child, and you know my official visit to Georgetown was my second time on an airplane. And so the furthest I'd been away prior to that was New Orleans.
I remember that visit well because somehow the issue of you being far away from home must have come up. And Miss Finley said to me, she asked me if I liked you. And I told her I liked you. And then they told you that they were going to let us room together. And of course, that was a setup. They didn't do that for you.
Thank goodness for you, Joe. Thank goodness. Thank goodness. Thank goodness.
No, if I remember correctly, I think Dwayne was my host on the visit. If I remember correctly. I'm not 100%. Was Dwayne? I think Dwayne was my host. I think it was
Dwayne graduated in class of 90.
Okay, Dwayne was my host, and we went to Soul Night and all of those things. So that could be true.
Cool.
So Christian, we're gonna bring you into the conversation. As I've mentioned, I've been on your page. I've been following you. I've watched your growth. I only have one question. I want to start with this one question: the dunk in the Crocs.
Oh.
Please help me understand. Why would you make your first dunk in Crocs? And was that your first dunk?
Yeah, I'm glad you rephrased.
That wasn't my first dunk. No.
Thank you. Thank you, Christian.
So you was just feeling it that day, and you said, "I'm gonna go ahead and dunk in the Crocs."
Yeah.
Okay. Well done, my young man. Well done. As you know, we have a new head coach, Coach Cooley. He's coming to Georgetown with a lot of energy, and at his first press conference, he brought up all of the alumni that was in the building, and he made the statement: "Do we have kids? If we do, he wants to know about it." Have you heard that statement before? And if you have, does that mean anything to you?
I have heard it. My mom showed it to me one time, and I think we do have kids because I'm a kid and I can play, so.
You can play.
Well said. You definitely can play.
Well, how confident are you in your ability to play?
I'm pretty confident because the work I put in allows me to show what I can do on the court, so I'm pretty confident.
Okay, well, I see I forget what they call those things in the background. You got, I have to say.
Fat heads.
Fat heads, yes. Looks like you have fat heads of yourself.
Mm-hmm.
That's I like that. That's a little that's something I would do. That's something I would do. But you say you can play. How do you feel about playing me one-on-one?
You don't want to do that, Christian. You got a career ahead of you.
Because I'm not a stalker. Like Gene said, he's been following you. He hasn't been following you. He's been stalking you. Yes. So when he says this is his he might actually be telling the truth today when he says this is his favorite show and all of that, because he has been literally stalking you since you were about 7.
Christian, I'm usually not this quiet, but I have to tell you, when you what I wanted to know, I really wanted to talk to you when you received your first offer from Texas A&M, and then Joy, I'm gonna come to you because I want to know how you felt.
Okay.
How you felt about receiving that first offer from Texas A&M, and then the second offer from LSU. If you can tell me what that felt like, did you feel like that was, you getting credit for your work, or were you expecting it sooner than later? Give me your words on that.
I didn't know it was gonna come that soon, but I knew they were gonna come. But once I got it, I was so excited. I was so happy. And then the next one came. It came out of the blue because we were at the camp, and then mid camp, my mom said you got an offer from LSU. So I was like, dang, I was so excited. And I worked.
So this was the camp that you broke the Vertimax record,
Yeah.
right? That was the
Mhm.
LSU camp. Okay.
What's your vertical?
My running is 42. My standing is 35. Or max is 42. My standing is 35.
So you posted your Croc video. I don't know if you saw my video this week. I had. Did you see my video?
I didn't see it.
It's a
You
guy
don't
named
need to see it.
it's a guy named Marcus Johnson, who was an NBA great, UCLA All-American, and he's in his 60s now. And every year he takes a video of him dunking just to see if he can still do it. And I did the same thing. For my birthday, I made a video and I touched the net. Just want you to know.
All right.
My vertical is there. And I want you to know, I peeped you. I just asked you a question. You just let it slide by. I asked you how you feel about playing me one-on-one, and you didn't really answer it. I just want you to know, I know your dad will give you the scouting report, but that scouting report that he's going to give you is old.
Pushing right, Christian. Pushing right.
That'll get you in trouble. Because you're in Houston, and if I flew to Houston right now, I would be the second greatest big man in the history of Houston.
Oh, shit.
Only Olajuwon would supersede me.
Joey, I look
And I
forward
pay
to the
homage.
shows he don't show up.
Oh my God.
I pay homage.
So Joy, how did you feel? Obviously, you've been there from the start, watching this progression. So I guess I want to ask two questions here. When did you say to yourself, okay, this dude he's owning this. So this is not about him following in my footsteps. This is about him paving his own way, writing his own story, creating his own journey. When was that moment when you and your wife looked at each other and said, okay, you want to do this?
So honestly, Gene, it was about 7th grade is when it really, I thought it started to click for him. Prior to that, basketball was just something he was good at. You know what I'm saying? Naturally good at. And I was always under the impression that I did not want to give him too much too soon. He's always had some natural ability, some athletic gifts, that superseded his basketball skills, right? And I didn't really turn up the grind until about 7th grade when I thought that he was mature enough to handle it. And he said this is what he wanted to do. So once he told me that, then I told him, this is what it takes. I know what it takes to get where you want to go. It's a certain amount of grind and sacrifice that you have to have. So he doesn't complain about anything. We'll work, 5-6 times a week, twice a day sometimes, and it's zero complaints. So when that happened, then I knew that he really had a passion for playing the game and he wanted to be better. So I would say 7th grade. So about 12, going on 13 years old.
So my follow-up to that, so when he receives the first offer and then the second offer, how'd that make you feel?
Man, as a dad, I was excited. I know how much hard work he puts in and how much he sacrifices. He doesn't do much, outside of basketball, which is partially my fault. But there's some, as I told him, there's some sacrifices that as a youngster that you're gonna have, and if you want to get to that level. And I know he works so hard, right? And just I was excited for him, but I know that's just the beginning. Now everyone knows who you are. There's a bullseye on you, so you got to work even harder. But as a parent, I was ecstatic.
I gotta say, the hard work and the no complaining, that sounds like somebody else I know that I.
That's a brown character trait. Yes,
that's all I know. That's all I know.
I tell people all the time, like Joey was the point guard, captain. But he was not a big talker.
Yeah,
it was lead by example, and you have different kinds of folks on different teams that make it a success.
So Christian, before Markham jumps in, because he always over talking me, so he's gonna jump in.
Wait, I've been shut up for 10 minutes.
Okay,
What is he talking about, Joe? No,
one more
go ahead.
minute, because I've been dying to talk to Christian. So one more minute. So Christian, when you received your offers after you shared with the family, who were your first friends or your dogs that you called and chopped it up with? Give you a chance to give them a shout out.
It's like when you put it on social media, like the ones that you're closest with,
Yeah.
like they respond first because like they're excited for you too. They're just as excited as I am. And I do share it to my friends too, but it mainly just like stories and social media and stuff.
Have any of your close friends received offers as well, or are you the only one?
Yes.
Okay.
A few of my teammates have.
Okay. Well, that's then you running with the right group.
Yes.
You're running with the right group, right? Hey, Mr. Stansbury.
So, Christian, let me just ask you. I can tell you are your father's son.
He is, thing.
Well, just for the audience, I want them to know he is the most serious one on this Zoom right now.
Yes.
Like Mark, I want you to go down there and play him now because he ain't taking no prisoners.
Well, I would tell you this, Christian. I saw a IG clip of you doing drills with your dad, this is a few years ago. And I called him and I said, man, like that footwork, that's, you remember me calling you about this, Joey?
Yeah, I do.
About his footwork?
I do.
And he said that it's interesting you say that, Stans, because he's not really there offensively yet, but the defense, he can change the game on the defensive end. And since Gene is saying that
that's why I'm stalking him. That's why
Gene is saying that he wants to see us play, I'm gonna just tell you, I've already torn the ACL, had that repaired. I need to get my meniscus cleaned up, and I also probably got a rotator cuff surgery come up. I'm gonna tell you, you better get me before they get the surgery done, because after they fix me, I'm gonna be a problem again. I just want you to know that I'm gonna be a problem.
Christian, I want to let you know, Christian.
Hold on, man. Just calm down.
It's crazy, man.
Calm down. So, that's like I said, you're your father's son, kind of reserved. Tell us something about yourself. Tell me 3 interesting facts about yourself.
I'm a red belt in Taekwondo. I used to do it when I was like in 3rd, 4th grade, and then COVID hit. I stopped doing it.
Red belt. So what is that in the hierarchy? I know black is the top.
It's 1 before brown, and brown is 1 before black. So it's like 2. There's 2 more so you get to black.
Okay.
Yeah. I don't really watch TV. I never have watched TV. I don't know. I just don't like TV that much.
Okay.
And I don't like roller coasters. Roller coasters, they're too scary.
Roller coasters scary for you. Well, I gotta say, well, hold on, let me ask you this. What's your favorite subject in school?
Subject?
Yes. Favorite subject in school?
Science.
Well,
It really depends on the teacher though. Because like sometimes they can ruin it for you and sometimes it's super fun. So you know.
That's good. But when you say science, it makes me think now that you're your mother's son, because your dad.
Joey, he can't help it, Joey. He can't help it.
I know.
I don't know about it.
Christian, what I want, so you don't watch TV. Do you watch college basketball, pro basketball, and then
I watch sports.
Favorite players, favorite teams.
I watch sports. Well, you said favorite players, favorite team?
Favorite players, favorite teams, any sports.
Well, my favorite basketball NBA player is Darius Garland. I don't have a favorite team though.
Okay.
NFL, my favorite player, Justin Jefferson, probably.
Jefferson, LSU. So you said Darius Garland.
I haven't finished, Markham. Slow your
Well,
roll. English major, slow your roll.
This dude,
So
man.
those players you mentioned, why are they your favorite players?
I just like the way they move, like the way they do things. I like their play styles. I don't know. I just do.
Anything about their attitude or their temperament?
They work hard. They're not too cocky. They're not too like over the top. They just play and let their work show.
Perfect. Okay, Markham.
Oh, you keep going. You talking about I'm cutting you off.
My fandom has overcome me. I apologize. Please.
Hey, Joey, he ain't man. Just on the real, man. You might want to call Child Protective Services or something and give him Gene Smith's name. So
no, I know. No, Gene's been supporting my baby, man. That's never love.
So, Joey, let me ask you. Christian's going into high school. Gene usually, he's usually a big stat dude and can tell us, oh, we did this, did that. Christian hadn't played a game of high school ball.
Not yet.
So, and despite that, he has 2 offers from high level Division I programs. Compare Christian and yourself at this stage of the game.
Oh wow! Oh, it's night and day. He's way more talented and skilled than I was at that age. I tell him all the time. I mean, I'm from Morgan City, Louisiana, right? And I wasn't even the best ninth grader in my city. And he right now he's one of the better ninth graders in the city of Houston right now. He's just a lot.
You weren't one of the best ninth graders in the big metropolis of Morgan City.
so there were a couple guys that were better than me at the time.
Wow.
But it also goes back to, like those guys by 11th grade, they didn't even make the high school team. So that's part of the they peaked early. And that's part of the process. Everybody talk about trusting the process. I'm huge on trusting your process. Everyone's process is different. So once we decided that Christian, he wanted to play basketball at the next level, I put a plan in place. Right. So there are certain things that like I'm huge on reps, on building things. I don't give him too much too soon. So we build. I've heard someone, they say stacking days, right. and I'm a huge proponent of that. So we stack reps on reps on reps on reps on reps of the same thing. Like we've been working on pull-up jumpers for about 2 years. That's all we train on. It's pull-up jumpers. Because the reason we do that is because he's so explosive and so fast. He can get to any spot, right? But he's still only 5'9". So he gets older. He won't be able to get all the way to the rack.
Right, don't go all the way to the rack.
Yeah, he don't get all the way to the rack. Yeah. So we go in the backyard and we rep pull-up jumpers. Every day. That's all we do, from different angles, different situations. But going back to your question, Mark, and I went up on the tangent. But going back to your question, it's night and day. That's athletically. The only thing that I probably do have on him is toughness, but that's because I have to be.
Right.
You know what I mean? Yeah. So there's some things that he can get away with that I couldn't because of his skill level and athletic ability. I couldn't get away with those things. Is
he quicker than you?
Oh yeah. You know what? So maybe not quicker. He's faster.
Fast. Yeah, that's gonna be the next question.
Yeah. So he's faster and he has, so he's able to get to it. Like he's a better ball handler than I am. So he's able to use his handles to get to his spot. He's a lot more shiftier than I was. So he's able to get to his spots. Yeah.
I've seen that for sure on the IG. Those handles are nice.
So
And also like he's like I was a little better. I was a little tougher defensively. You know, yeah. But that was just that goes back to my high school coach, Coach Thompson, and also playing pickup. There's no pickup now, so it's harder. It's harder nowadays. It's harder nowadays. What?
I'm glad you mentioned pickup. Well, I'm gonna get to the pickup, but
okay.
I want to know this from you, Christian. Your dad talked about how tough he was, and despite my fabulous post game, John Thompson never suited me up to go in there because we had some dude named Alonzo Mourning, another dude named Dikembe Mutombo. So
Christian, we had real basketball players.
He never let me get down there on the block. But your dad and I wear the same size shoe. And we had guys, so I made the Gatorade. I didn't get to show off my post game. So I made the Gatorade, but your dad had the same size shoe as me. And normally I would have grabbed a couple of pair of those shoes for myself, but your dad, this is no joke. Probably every 10 games. What happened, Joey?
I would blow out my shoes.
Blew them out. Out. So I want to know from you, Christian, have you ever blown out a pair of shoes? That's a no. So. Hesitating.
No, I don't think. Have you? Yeah. I don't think you have. He didn't play hard enough, Mark.
So you brought up pickup, Joey. You said there's no pickup. For those people out there who don't know, Joey Brown used to live in Los Angeles. And for a long time, we used to play pickup at Santa Monica High School.
Santa Monica High, yeah.
I taught at Santa Monica Sunday morning. Let's get it in. And Christian, I just have a question for you. If you were playing a pickup game and it's game point, you had a ball and the dude checking you locks you up and y'all lose if you don't call a bogus foul. Would you be honest or would you call a bogus foul and cheat? I'm just wondering.
Call a foul.
Oh, wow. You your daddy's son.
Tell Christian, tell him his name. Cheating is gamesmanship.
Yeah.
Hey, Gene. Game point, I locked Joey Brown up. Looked him in the eyes, locked him up. Am I telling the truth? Hold on. He called a foul, Gene. He called a foul, and then they scored on the next thing, and I was mad because I knew I didn't foul him. And so after the game, he come up to me. Joey is an honest dude, 99% of the time. So after the game, he come up to me. Hey, Stan, that wasn't really a foul, man. I'm gonna go and admit it. I'm hot today about that. You remember that?
Clearly, you're hot today about it. Clearly.
You remember that, Joey?
I don't necessarily remember that, but I don't remember losing. I mean, I don't remember losing to you much.
Yeah. Well, that's because you was on the same team as me. You was feeding me in the post.
So
those were some good times, though. That was fun. That used to be fun.
So this is Christian. This is for you and your dad, actually, because you both were there. But your visit to Georgetown University, to the hilltop. Did you know about your dad's accomplishments before that visit? And did you have any type of feeling being at his old stomping grounds?
He didn't, Gene. He didn't think I could play. But I'll let him answer it.
So Christian, before you answer that question, let me just tell you, your dad is the only Georgetown player. He's a Hoya of distinction. He's the only Georgetown player with over 1,000 points, over 500 career assists, over 400 career rebounds, and over 200 career steals. So now you can answer the question.
I told you he was one of them dudes picking up stats.
Stat collector. And by the way, just an addendum. He also averaged 34 minutes a game, and there were 40 games or more where he played 38 minutes. So yeah, Mark, I'm back. I'm getting my Hoya locker room mojo back. So with that being said, Christian, did you know any of that before you hit the hilltop?
I knew about a little bit of it, but not all that. Cause I saw him on all like the posters and the boards and stuff. I was like, I didn't know, but I saw like the ball where he had 1,000 points. I saw that he had like a lot of steals and assists, but I didn't know all that. That was a lot.
So right now, Christian, y'all go out into the backyard and you play one-on-one. Who should I put my money on?
Me.
You said that. You said that pretty. You said that pretty quickly. See, I can't remember. We just asked you about the blown shoes, and you hesitated. I asked you about the one-on-one.
If I get the ball first, it's over.
Have you guys played one-on-one?
Hell no, I'm not playing in one-on-one.
Joey, I don't understand how you can resist that competitive heart you got, Joey.
Oh no, my knees not cooperating these days.
Joey, back down.
Yeah, I know. Shit,
Put that back to the basket on. So let me ask you this, Joe. What are you doing career-wise today? Like we always talk about the past, and we don't lock in on what's currently going on with folks. So what are you doing?
So I'm a risk manager now for it's United Site Services. You may not be familiar. It's a portable fencing company and a portable toilet company. It's the biggest portable company in the world, actually.
Wow.
Like all of the concerts and all of the carnivals and construction sites, you see the porta potties there. So that's the company that. So I'm the risk manager there. So I just assess the risk whether or not we want to take on that job.
You're the risk manager. That's why you said you would not play Christian.
That's why we're not playing.
You assess the risk.
Yes. Whether or not it's worth it, baby.
Well, I'm gonna tell you, I've assessed the risk, Christian, and I want all the smoke. I want all the smoke. So
I'm sure you do.
If you come to
Christian, don't hurt the old man. Don't hurt the old man.
Hey, if you come out here on hold on. Since he called me old man, I don't know if you look, you see that
You finally got some gray.
You see the gray right there.
Finally.
Christian, they don't give these out for free. They don't give them out for free.
That's real.
You got to get them. So you got to earn them. So that I say that to say to you, I'm gonna know what to do with it. I'm gonna know. Another quick. Hey, man, hold up.
What happened? What are you doing? Chris, that's your Uncle Stan's marking.
This is a two hoodie episode. Let's wait and see. Let's wait and see. I'm coming out to Georgetown gear. Christian Brown, we gonna see. I'm officially challenging you to one.
He on the clock. He on the clock, Stan.
On the clock. Now, if he gets to 6'5" or 6'6", I might take that invitation off.
Yeah.
But 6'4" and under, I want to see you.
So Joey and Christian, we want to thank you for your time. We want to wind this down. We got one final question, but Christian, I do want to give you a chance to give a shout out to some of your coaches that have been working with you through this process outside of your dad. Because again, I've been watching you, man, and I love your work ethic. Is clear, resonates. It's clear, and I know where you get it from, obviously, because I'm a huge fan of your dad's. But are there any coaches you'd like to give a shout out to?
My high school coach, Coach Yannick, my 8th grade coach, Coach Dalton, 7th grade coach, Coach Presley, and all the coaches before that. They've all helped me get through the process, helping me get better, my IQ and all the things that make me better as a player. So all of them.
Don't forget Coach McMullen, boy. Your
Yeah,
trainer.
Coach David. Yeah, Coach McMullen.
Did you say track coach?
No, the guy. When I don't train him, he goes to Coach David McMullen.
Oh, okay.
That's his. Yeah. So that's one of the guys that I trust with him.
Since I slipped up, do you do track by any chance, Christian?
No.
Okay.
I used to.
Coach TJ.
Coach
Oh,
TJ.
yeah. Oh yeah, I forgot about. Oh yeah, and Coach TJ is a strength and conditioning coach, so I forgot about Coach TJ as well.
And you
Lord.
currently
Hold on. You haven't played a game of high school basketball and got a strength and conditioning coach. Good Lord.
It's 2023, fam.
No wonder he better than you, Joey.
Hey, Stan, let me tell you some one quick nugget. So there's a franchise called Red Line Athletics, right?
Okay.
It's a youth training facility. So because of the things that he does, like we have a lifetime membership there that we get to go there anytime throughout high school for free.
Wow.
Yeah,
Wow.
they've invested in him.
Yeah,
They've invested in him. Yeah.
That's another level of NIL. That's next level.
Yeah. Mhm. Yeah. So we like to thank them as well.
Wait a minute. Speaking of NIL, Christian, that's changed the game. So as the co-host of Hoya Locker Room, and helping helping you establish the Christian Brown brand, I would like to know if we can get a commitment from you to give us a percentage of your future NIL earnings.
The Christian, I'll answer that. Hell no.
Hey, Joey, see that's the difference between marketing and I. What I would like, Christian, is when you decide where you are going to school, do it on Hoya Locker Room.
We can do that.
Okay,
we can do that.
So since you say that, Gene.
Yes, sir. I said that's called an assist, Markham. An assist.
Yeah. That's what you're good for. You are not. You are the defensive genius. Let me speak in a positive way. You gave the ball to the right person. So, Christian, we started off the show asking your dad how he ended up at Georgetown. Then we talked about Cooley saying, do y'all have kids that can play, etc. And before you answer this, I want to say this. And I joke around a lot, but I'm serious about this. I would love for you to end up at Georgetown, wear number 10 if you want to, if it is the best place for you. If it's not the best place for you, I'm still going to be pulling for you.
And I'm still stalking.
100. I want Georgetown to end up being the best place for you. If it's not, and this is how serious. I told this to my godson. If you want to go to Duke and transfer for 2 years and then go to Syracuse, shout out to your cousin Joey Dave Johnson. But
I don't know about that, Stan. Duke and Syracuse.
Hey man, you got.
Joey, I had to go on mute. Joey. I had to go on mute.
It's tough, man. It's tough, but we want to do what's right for Christian. That said,
I hear you. Yeah.
Let me repeat. I hope Georgetown ends up being the best place for you. That said, what would it take for you to end up on the hilltop?
An offer from Coach Cooley.
I like that. Short, sweet, straight.
The show's a wrap. That's Joey Brown's son. The show's a wrap.
That's it. That is it. Offer from Coach Cooley. Somebody, we're gonna have the people in our research department. The makeup people didn't show today. I got a little shine on me, but we're gonna have the people in the research department for Hoya Locker Room, get this to Ed Cooley, because Christian Brown just said he needs an offer from Coach Cooley at Georgetown. I like that. I like that.
I mean, I had a follow up, just a follow up question, but I don't know a better way to end the show. So I mean, Markham usually takes us home. Again, fellas, I want to thank you so much to the Brown family. You know, we take our Sunday serious, which is one of the reasons why we do Hoya Locker Room on Sunday. And we want to appreciate you for coming through. Enjoy. You know how I feel about you, man.
Oh yeah, no doubt, Gene. Thanks for having us, man. Appreciate you guys.
Thank
Really
you.
do.
So that said, we're gonna before I get a closing quote, I do want to send out a shout out to the Georgetown women's coach, Tasha Butts. It was announced this week that she was taking some time off to deal with her breast cancer. So we wish her well, wish her the best,
Yes.
and hope that she improves sooner rather than later.
Yes, definitely.
Thank you. Yes.
So Christian, I don't know if you've ever seen an episode of Hoya Locker Room before, but I usually close out with a quote. Do you know who Zora Neale Hurston is?
No.
Good. Google is your friend. You're gonna look her up. She's a one of the most preeminent authors of the Harlem Renaissance. Fabulous writer, and this is from Zora Neale Hurston. If you haven't got it, you can't show it. If you have got it, you can't hide it. Christian Brown, I think you got it. I don't think you're gonna be able to hide it. So keep showing it, my man.
Yes, sir.
I look forward to it.
Appreciate it, Stan.
Very well.
Thanks,
Christian,
Thank
don't
you.
hesitate. Like I said in the pregame, you got more uncles than you know. So don't hesitate to reach out. Just don't call Markham for anything basketball.
Hey. That's your daddy. That's your daddy. He know about this post game.
Oh my God.
Be well, fellas. We thank you.
All right.
Appreciate you,
Thanks,
Hoya
Jim.
family.
All right.
baby.
All right. Appreciate it, guys.
All right.
Thank
All
you.
right, baby.
Thank you.
Later.
You're welcome.
Later.
Stay here.
I'm here.
Oh no, never mind. We still alive. We gotta get on.